Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Life with Ro. If you are new here, hey, it's your girl Ro, and I'm back with another message, back with another word, back with another prophecy, back with another video. If you don't already know, my name is Ro, and this channel is where I share my journey. I share like uplifting quotes, uplifting messages, and just anything that God sends my way. Okay. It's my ups, my downs, my messy, my middle, and all the ways I keep holding on to my faith through real life experiences and through the works of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and through God. Today, I just want to talk to you about something that God has led me to give you on today. Okay. I spoke about it on yesterday on my other social medias, but today I want to really get into depth here on my YouTube channel. It's something that we do not talk about enough, and it's something that a lot of us have been dealing with. And that is rest. Okay. Yes, we all have to get into a place of rest, and that's not just a nap that lasts us, let's just say 10 minutes, or the nap that we get when we say, I'm gonna just shut my eyes for a few minutes. I'm just resting my eyes when somebody asks you, like, are you tired? Or why your eyes closed? And you just say, oh, you know what? I'm just resting my eyes. But it's that real rest, that soul rest. That's the kind of rest that God has designed for each and every one of us to take. Okay. I'm gonna get into what like got me to understanding this part of rest. Okay. One thing being is, my body shut down on me at one point in time, and I asked God why. Like, I need this money, I need to get out here and hustle. But we do live in a world that glorifies busyness. It glorifies being busy, it glorifies hustling, glorifies having the best. And everybody got their rise and grind playlist where, okay, I'm gonna get up at this time and I'm gonna go to bed at this time and I'm gonna get. But there is nothing that says in the Bible that says that's what God wants for our life. Okay. And don't get me wrong, I definitely know how to hustle. Okay. I'm not saying that I don't, because I still do, but God had to sit me down. I also know what it means when people say, I got to do what I got to do. I've been there as well. But in the same breath, we have to remember that a empty cup is not going to bring any rewards from you. So if you're running on empty, what's the point? So I want you to take a minute and pause. Take a minute and remember the seasons where you felt so exhausted. I can remember the times where I probably did hair. Then I went to do my little side hustles, Instacart or whatever. And then I had to come home and be a mom. So I was just standing over my load of clothes that I had to wash because, of course, we needed fresh clothes. And I'm like, begin to cry, like, Lord, why me? Like, why am I going through this? I just need one job, one hustle, God. I don't need to be doing this. And I wasn't sad because I had to fold the clothes or put them up. I was just feeling so empty and too tired to get through folding up those clothes. And because I felt so empty, like I said, I cried out to God and I'm like, Lord, why me? Like, why am I going through this? I don't want to do this anymore. And so let me tell you this. Nobody tells us that constantly working and hustling without pausing will rob you of your peace. Even though we think, okay, it's peaceful to know that our bills are paid, but it's worse to know that you ain't getting no rest. I'm telling you, yes, you heard me correctly. Yes, it's peaceful to know that our bills aren't getting paid, but it's even more peaceful to know that you're getting your rest. Working so hard will take away your peace, your health, your joy, and even your purpose, because your whole soul purpose in life is to do something that you enjoy, not something that's you're going to become a slave to. You can't be who God made you to be when you're too worn out to think. Think about that. If you're not in a position of where you're supposed to be in life, you're going to be doing things that you're not supposed to be doing and doing it at a pace that you're not able to do it at. But let me tell you what changed my mindset. I read in the Bible, Genesis 2:2, God worked 6 days and then he rested, right? So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, Lord, if you rested and you made us like you, why can't we rest it? So in the book of Genesis, Genesis 2:2, it says, by the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Okay, today is Sunday. Some of us see the seventh day as Saturday, and some of us see it as Sunday. But whatever day you see as your seventh day, get you some rest. If our creator of this wonderful, amazing universe can say that is enough for now, then who are we to think that we got to do more than God? I want you to understand that rest is holy. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Rest is holy. Rest is biblical. Rest is not a sign of weakness. A lot of us feel like, oh, if I sleep, I'm not getting nothing done. If I sleep, I'm lazy. No, rest is not a weakness. It's actually a sign that you trust God enough to take a break. So I did that 2 days in a row. That's faith. I trusted in God that I don't have what I need to pay my rent this month, but I would have been working 2 days in a row. But when God dropped this in me, how can I give it to you if I'm not doing it myself? So you're still working while I'm not. That's what God is saying. You're still working while I'm not. I'm resting. Now I know what you guys are thinking, Rome. I cannot take a whole day off. I've got kids. I've got bills. I got a job. I got a house to keep up. And listen, I get that. Trust me. I'm telling you, I've been working my behind off 7 days a week. 3 jobs. Okay. I'm a mom of 4. My youngest will be starting preschool in August. Okay. In a little over 30 days. And my oldest, she just graduated out of college and I'm helping her transition into adulthood. Okay. She's 20, about to be 23, but she's still, in my mind, not ready for adulthood. So let me tell you this, rest will look different for each and every one of us. Maybe you can't take an entire day off, but you can take an hour. Can you sit on your porch with your phone off? Can you let the dishes sit in the sink for a little while? Maybe you can just, I don't know, play a board game. I don't know, just go have dinner somewhere. I don't know, but God is giving, I don't know who this message is for, but that's some of the things that God is dropping into my spirit right now. I just need you to like really, really close your eyes, focus, and take a real deep breath into this, okay? Rest is not being perfect. It's about giving yourself permission to pause. God gave you permission to pause when he said, rest on the seventh day. Jesus himself, who slipped away from the crowds just to be alone and pray, we need that too. Okay. So you can slip away somewhere, go in your prayer closet, go somewhere, be with God, be alone with God, talk to God, allow him to give you rest. God will give you rest when you lay all your burdens on him in the altar or in your prayer closet. And let me tell you how real this is for me. I used to think that if I wasn't working, I was wasting time. And I kind of still feel that way. Don't get me wrong. I'm just still a work in progress and God is still working on me, but God is dealing with me right now in this very second, in this very moment. So what I saw growing up was my mom worked 2 and 3 jobs until she fell out. Worked 2 and 3 jobs till she fell out. But when that happened to me and I hit a point in my life where my body said, girl, go sit down. And I sat down, but I still didn't sit down because I still was constantly thinking about those bills. And what I started doing was I started taking small steps. And this is recently, okay? Started taking small steps and I started scheduling pockets of rest, even just an hour to read or pray. Or just, just to say, okay, I'm gonna take a break for like 1 or 2 hours. Like I was overbooking myself. I was like doing the most. I started to say no to things that drained me. I started reminding myself that the world will keep spinning if I don't answer my phone for 30 minutes. And the world will keep spinning if I drop dead too, if I'm no longer here. Okay. And it wasn't easy trying to put that together. And I can say right now, it still ain't easy. But I want to remind you that it is necessary. Remind myself that it is necessary. And I promise you, if we take the time out to get rest, you will come back stronger. We will come back stronger. We will think more clear. You can be a better mother, father, sister, brother, whatever. And then your prayer life will become better. And definitely, most definitely, you will live better. Um, in Matthew 11:28, that's one of the other Bible scriptures that I was reading up on. My ear hurt, but it reads, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, okay, and I will give you rest." A lot of us take that out of context, okay? It's not about being lazy. It's not about letting God refill you because you can't pour into your family. It's not about you being able to spend time with your friends. It's not about your purpose or your calling. I feel like if we can't get to none of these things and you're running on empty, again, what is the point? 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 You can't run on empty. So on this day, I want you guys to ask yourself, what can I lay down for a bit? Or when? When can I? Where can I slow down and let God remind me that I'm not a machine? You're not a machine. You're not AI. It's just one of you. And remember, you is his child. He made you in his image. So if he can rest, you can rest. I want you to understand this as well. You are not failing when you rest. You are trusting. You are believing. You're having faith. You're you're putting all of your trust into him and believing that he is going to work all your situations out. And that's all that I have for you guys. That's all that I feel like God has for me. But just a reminder, I need you to drop me a comment and let me know, what does rest looks like for you. And if you do want to hear more faith, encouragement, and real life talk like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like, and make sure you hit that notifications bell, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to get my messages as I drop them, as soon as I drop them. Being a subscriber, you'll get it quicker than anyone that's a non-subscriber. The algorithm will get us going. And I do want to let you know that we are not just surviving, we are learning to rest and trust that God's got the rest under control. Okay? Trust that. God has the rest under control. Continue to learn and trust in him. I love you guys. Take care of your soul today. And remember, even God rested, so you can too. As always, you guys, be a blessing to others. Until the next video. Bye.